Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome to the 2014 FIFA World Cup Brazil El Salvador series. Our qualifying continues with part 4. We're in the final stages of qualifying, and this is how it's looking. We have El Salvador, Cuba, Mexico, Trinidad and Tobago, Honduras, and Costa Rica all in the same group. There is a big team missing in there, and that is the United States. If you've only just stumbled on this video, then you'll need to find out what happened to them in the previous rounds of qualifying. But this is looking very decent. I reckon that Mexico will come first, and then I reckon Costa Rica might clinch second, but there's a big chance for us to clinch third, or even the playoff spot. I got a challenge for myself today. Not only that I'm going to qualify out of this group, hopefully, I'm going to stop complaining about the game's mechanics and physics. I always do it in every single one of my gameplays. Our first match then of this final qualifying group is against Cuba. We are at home for this one, and Cuba was in the last video. We played them twice, and fairly sure I got a win and a draw against them, or something along those lines, so they can be quite tricky. Everybody has a decent chance of qualifying out this group. Here we go then, come on, let's see how far we can push El Salvador. This could be the final part, or it could be a 5-part series. I've never really done 5 parts before in one series, so yeah, El Salvador are in decent form, and they're looking to just get past this group. Any top positions will be fine. That was just marginally offside. Mexico are taking the lead against Trinidad and Tobago. I'm hoping that Mexico, I know this sounds bad, but I hope they don't make it, just because then it gives me an opportunity to try and get into that World Cup slot, wherever I finish, because I think Mexico probably will top the group. Oh, that just went wide from El Salvador. Molina there, just wide. It bounced past the post. Cuba pressing, decent ball into the box, but it's gone out for a goal kick. Their first, half chance of the game. A bit of a boring start, to be honest, but, you know, some of these games can be a bit slow. That was a good ball. It's our star man, and he scores! Nice one! It's 1-0 to El Salvador. Aguirre scores, or however you say it. I've given up on the pronunciation at this point to make it 1-0. Great goal there. So it's half time, and we're 1-0 up over Cuba. Here we go. Through ball. Burgos. He's kind of in behind here. Good turning, and just cut out there. El Salvador seem like they're in a nice groove for this gameplay. It's going to be hard against nations such as Mexico and Trinidad and Tobago. We've just given away a free kick against Cuba. What can they do on this play? They haven't had too many chances. We've been pretty good defensively. I'm not sure if you guys will probably see that. That was a good save. Not many highlight moments, but I don't really expect there to be on 2014. I do struggle a couple of times. That's not a complaint. That is just, that's just me being honest. Maybe one final chance for El Salvador. Okay, it's just caught normally. And by the time the keeper kicks this away, it'll be game over. Only a 1-0 to El Salvador. And that's pretty decent start. A bit boring, but at the same time, it's 3 points. And that's what we need. So, looking at the group for the first match is Mexico, El Salvador, and Costa Rica at the top of the group in the same position. Our second match of the group is the biggest one. It's against Mexico. We are at home, but I really feel that Mexico are going to absolutely blow me away in this match. This is the first, opponent we've had since the United States that has been huge in the Concacaf region. So, Mexico are the best team in the group by far. Next to probably Costa Rica in 2014. 2014 Costa Rica was really good. Over the top. Oh, that's a really good ball. Go on, again. Ah. Okay, well, it was a decent attempt at an attack for El Salvador. Mexico, really good ball movement here. It's cut out by El Salvador, but then they're given away. No, off the post, and the keeper caught it. Thank you. Thank you for catching that rebound, because, well, it would have gone straight in. They were waiting there for that rebound. Over the top here. What a ball that was to Albaran. And we're going to cross it in. And it's gone a little bit too wide, I guess. Got the ball here. El Salvador go for it. Oh, Ochoa had to palm that one away. We got it, and that shot wasn't good enough. I should have just took my time. Go for the strike. Oh my goodness. I thought that was going to go in. But Ochoa denies us again. He made it look so casual. Crossed in by Alvarez. It's headed and it's gone wide. We've had a few shots already. This is good movement. Oh my god, how did that not... Oh my goodness, Mexico, how did they not score those two chances? The first one is understandable, but the second one, how did he miss from that distance? Trying to push my way past their stubborn defence, and we're in behind here somehow. And go on! No! I pressed the B button, dude. Oh, it's a penalty! Oh my goodness! This is like an emotional roller coaster. How is that a penalty, by the way? I thought Ochoa just caught it. Like, you know, just caught it out the guy's hand. Here we go, our star player of this series. It's in the yellow. I don't really like that. But it's in anyway. We've scored to make it 1-0. And Aguirre, or however you say, I don't care, has made it 1-0 to El Salvador. And you can't say that we didn't deserve that at the start of this game, because we've been all over Mexico in the first 25 minutes. Yes, they did have that chance that smacked against the post and the bar as well. But I can't believe it. We're 1-0 up. It's half time. We are leading 1-0 thanks to a bit of a dodgy penalty, but we'll take it. We're at home. So, yeah, can we close this game out and get a massive 3 points in the second game of this group stage? What we need to do is just be tight defensively now. We got the goal, so all we need to do is just be frustrating, like super frustrating, to the point where they won't be able to get past us. Kind of like what Grenada did in the second half. I just need to stop lunging into tackles and actually being smart on this game. A lot of people have given me tips and tricks on how to tackle, because a lot of the time I'll just lunge in for a tackle and I'll completely miss, or I'll do like a tackle and it'll just go straight to another player on the opposite team. You need to be patient on this game, and patience isn't really my kind of game when it comes to FIFA. Oh, that's great play. El Salvador. Oh, that could have been two. It was just a little bit too high. I think I got a bit excited, the fact that I got in behind. El Salvador got the ball. And there's only like maybe a minute of added time. I'm just going to literally just blast it. Yeah, just do that. That's how you win the game, dude. That's how you win. Just get it out of there. And yes, we've beaten Mexico 1-0. It was a dodgy penalty, but you can't say that I didn't deserve to win that match. We played really well. We controlled the ball fantastically. We pushed Mexico at the start of the game. We did lose stamina towards the end of the game, and they started pressing us as well. But what a result that is over the favourites to top the group. Like, a result like that is just so satisfying. It's so satisfying to get a result like that. Our third match could be a repeat of the football wars. It is Honduras versus El Salvador. This could be a very, very tasty affair between these two neighbours. I'd say that the next few opponents, because I think I've still got Costa Rica to play as well, that's going to be a ridiculously hard opponent to play. But this one, hopefully we can win this one away from home and just keep extending our lead at the top of the table alongside Costa Rica. Oh, that's a first crunching tackle from Honduras. And we're offside for that one. The referee's going to give a yellow card to the Honduras player. Over the top. Albaran's got it. Oh, look at this turning. Look at him go. He's like, I'm the new Messi. The new Messi. The new Messi. Oh, come on. Oh, he had to put that one wide. But the turning and stuff was just fantastic. And it just shows how far this nation has come in terms of form. Through ball. It's Lauren. Into the middle. That's a decent ball. And I couldn't shoot in time, unfortunately. That was a bit of an error by me. I should have shot a little bit faster. But the goalkeeper was closing me down. Go on. Yes, we scored. Come on. Aguirre again. And that is 1-0 to El Salvador. I'm loving this so far. I'm loving this. What a turn. And just shoots top corner. That's what you love to see against Honduras, your main rival as well. El Salvador are taking the lead away from home against Honduras. This could get even more spicy. Here we go. Look at El Salvador press. Look at them. Look at them go. Look at this. Just incredible pressing. And it's headed. No, not quite. Half time, we are 1-0 up again over our massive rivals, Honduras. If it stays like this will be a huge result. Having 9 points at the start of this video would be amazing to have because we'll have 2 more games to get to the halfway point. If we can get maybe like a draw or just 1 more win, then we'll be in a solid position to win or go through at least. Again, we got to use the same tactic as we did against Mexico, and that's be super frustrating on defense. Oh, great through ball. Go on, strike it. I think that should be a penalty, no? That should have been a penalty. Come on. Burgos into the middle of the box, and that's gone in, and that's another goal for Aguirre, and that is 2-0 to El Salvador. Look at him, he's taunting the crowd here. That's definitely going to start something, but what a ball into the box, and it deflected off the keeper, but it didn't matter, it went straight in anyway. We have an injured player on the field, and we need to also just switch it up a little bit because the stamina is a bit rubbish. Uh-oh. No! Oh, they scored. Okay, well, that was a bit of an error. And Garcia scores to make it 2-1 now. With 10 minutes to play, Honduras could get back into the game, but we have been stubborn up until that point. Just moving the ball around carefully here. And I think I got fouled, but okay. Oh, hang on. Yes, come on! A mistake by the defender, and that is 3-1. That's game over, 100%. 100% game over. The substitute Flores scores to make it 3-1, and a crucial error by the Honduran defence there. I bumped into him, he couldn't get back, and it was a nice little, like, sort of finesse shot into the back of the net. It kind of rolled very nicely. That's the kind of shots that you love to see on this. And that's going to be it. We've just beaten our biggest rivals 3-1 away from home. What a result for El Salvador. They played so well in that match yet again. We have 9 points from this group. And we're looking really good for our money. We can probably finish in those top 3 spots if we continue like this. So, third game in, and we have 9 points. Costa Rica have 7. Mexico have 6. Trinidad and Tobago only have 2, Honduras with 1, and Cuba with 0. So there is a massive gap between me and Trinidad and Tobago, at least 7 points. So, I mean, it's not the biggest gap in the world, but if we can continue like this, then we'll secure the top 3 spots. That's the most important thing. It doesn't matter if we come first, second or third, as long as I get to the World Cup. Despite winning that match, look at the form. Look at it. What is that all about? Our 4th match of this group is against Costa Rica. 2014 Costa Rica, we all know, was one of the best sort of dark horses at the World Cup. Back then, they almost could have squeezed by in the quarterfinals against the Netherlands, but unlucky, they got dumped out on penalties. This is your group, so Mexico played 1 more game than us, but they played Trinidad and Tobago. So if we win here, we'll have a massive gap on Trinidad and Tobago if we can win. The most important part, like I said earlier, is just getting a grip on the group, on the top 3. Gonna cross it in, and hopefully it'll turn into a goal. No, not quite. It's gone out to the edge of the box. Molina, and he fires it over the bar. Great through ball there. Aguirre going through here into the middle, and the goalkeeper had to touch it away. Oh, that's a mistake by Costa Rica. They slid me out, and the ball pinged out to Larin. Larin, and it's blocked twice by Costa Rica, and it's a corner. Through ball. And that's a great one. Aguirre, oh, just wide, unlucky. And that was just before half-time. It's still 0-0. El Salvador have been pretty decent in this match. Not as sharp as we were against the other members of this group. I don't know why the form is bad. It might have been because we conceded a goal and it's just a minor, like, downgrade in form or something like that. '87th minute, we are pushing yet again. One through ball. Come on. Into the middle. Oh, it's gone through the legs. And it's gone in, yes! It's gone in! It's rolled in, it's Burgos! Burgos has scored against Costa Rica in the 90th minute at the death. And the death of the match. It just rolled in. Navas couldn't do anything about it. A game that has been a little bit of a stalemate. We managed to just put it through the legs of the defender and shoot first time. And it went straight in. That's what I love about this game. Moments like that. And that could be, well, it should be a win for El Salvador again. And that's going to be it. El Salvador basically stole that match away from Costa Rica. Okay, Costa Rica didn't have that many chances, and neither did we either. It was a bit of a stalemate, if I'm being honest with you. But we're trying to repair our form, and then we go and snatch it at the death. Amazing from El Salvador. They are perfect in this qualifying campaign so far, with 4 wins out of 4. So the players that I have that are still out of form are still out of form. So we are going to mix the squad up a little bit just to see if it will help. So we're going to take off the left back Molina and find another player that we can put in there. Maybe this guy. He can have a little bit of a run. This is against the worst team in the group. So we're at the halfway point, and if we win this match, then we'll be perfect at the halfway point. So that would be a real boost if we can beat Trinidad and Tobago here. We should be, because they are the worst team in the group with the worst record so far. This is your table. So El Salvador top, Mexico with 10 points, and Costa Rica just behind them. Here comes Wolf on the ball for Trinidad and Tobago. No sign of Kenwyn Jones. So the legend of Trinidad and Tobago not in this squad in 2014. Maybe he's part of the bench. Trinidad go for it. It was a really weak attempt. Even though they're bottom of the group, they're giving us a lot of problems in midfield. I can't really push up too well. Go on. El Salvador go for it. Oh, yes! What a strike that was by Alvarez. What a strike that was by Alvarez. My voice pretty much cracked as soon as I said that. But yeah, what a strike that was. And that is 1-0. That's what you need to do against a frustrating side like Trinidad and Tobago, is just go for it. Alvarez, do you want to do it again? Almost did as well. Back into the box here. It's Purdy. And he puts it wide. The captain there, almost getting his first goal of qualifying. And that's going to be it. Only a 1-0 against bottom of the group, Trinidad and Tobago. But you know what? I'll take it. It was a really, really nice goal to separate the two sides. And credit to Trinidad and Tobago for trying to be frustrating, but it didn't work out in their favour because they weren't really pushing forward and getting shots and stuff. So that's your group. El Salvador have got 15 points with only 5 games played. Mexico have 6 games played but have 13 points. Costa Rica are 8 points behind us with 5 games played as well. Honduras are 10 points behind us with the same amount of games, and Cuba are nowhere near us. We are about 12 points clear at them. We've managed to repair the form a little bit. There's only 2 players that are still out of form, which is great. Our next match is going to be against Cuba. A win here would almost certainly guarantee qualification with only 4 games left to play after this one. We can't throw this away. We need to play as well as we've been doing throughout the whole qualifying series. Here comes Cuba. A chance, and that was really nicely dealt with. Well, not yet anyway, and thankfully we got it. Really nice back heel to clear it, but a bit too flashy for a situation like that. Trying to get past them. Very difficult at the moment. They've gone super defensive. Crossed in. Header, and that was a decent header, but it's caught very easily. Through ball. Burgos. Can he score off the keeper? And a double save. Very well done by the Cuban keeper. He's keeping us out of this game. Uh-oh, Cuba. Going through here. The amount of shots we've had against them. And that's another chance wasted. Here comes Cuba. They've got a bit of a chance here to try and knock me off my perch, so to speak, and that was a really good ball, and they scored! No! Hernandez has scored to make it 1-0. El Salvador's defence, sloppy, not even doing anything about that. They're tired, of course they're tired, you know, but we can't lose against Cuba here. We need to equalise. Through ball here. Flores, you have to score, dude. No, of course not. Go for the strike. No! Oh, we've wasted our chances. Massive wasted opportunity there. Hernandez with a goal for Cuba, and that's an important one for Cuba, really, in terms of not qualifying, but just for pride, I'd say, in the group. This was a massive wasted opportunity for us. We had to lose at some point, but against Cuba? All right, well, I guess I'm feeling charitable. Our seventh match of the group is against Mexico away from home at the Azteca. So this is going to be a hard match. We've already beaten Mexico at our ground. Through ball, and Larin is going through here, but he's cut out by the Mexican defence. And what's happening here? Is that offside, really? Okay, offside from a clearance. Mexico turning there. What a strike off the top of the bar, and a miscontrolled shot there goes out for a goal kick, thankfully. San Marino have taken the lead against Montenegro. What? Like, I want to check San Marino's campaign after this, because I'm fairly sure they drew against England as well. No, that's an... Oh, I was about to say, that's an easy goal, and Mexico missed it. What are they playing at? Just haven't had the chances, really. We just need to get lucky again. That's all we need to do. Get lucky against this Mexican side. Mexico pushing. No, they're literally dribbling past everybody. What a save! I was, like, trying to scramble to get the defence going. He just kept turning me all the time, and what a save there. It's always going to be difficult to come to Mexico and try and beat them when you've just lost against Cuba. The form is still good, but I'm sure there's a bit of doubt now in these El Salvador players' minds that they can do this. El Salvador here on the edge of the box. Oh, go on. Oh, another shot is blocked. How many more shots and stuff are going to be blocked by Mexico? I think, personally, Mexico will be more frustrated than I am in this match. They've had a lot of chances. They've hit the bar. They've hit the post. You know, almost scored on multiple occasions. We have only had a couple of chances at best to really try and beat Mexico here, but we couldn't do it. But what we've done is got a really vital point against Mexico away from home. So with only 3 games to play, let's check out the table. So we are still top by 2 points over Mexico and 3 points over Costa Rica. And we are 8 points clear of Honduras. So one more win will do it. My wish has been granted. We are against Honduras again. We are at home for this one. Massive match, massive rivalry. If we beat Honduras, we eliminate them. Remember, they're 8 points behind us. One more win will definitely eliminate them because there's only 2 games left after this. Remember, if Honduras win all their matches, and so do Mexico and Costa Rica, which is a little bit unlikely, then I drop out of the top 3. Honduras are pressing us a lot here. We need to sustain this pressure a little bit. Come on. No. Okay, good. Nice one. Over the top here by Honduras. Defence got caught there. That better not be a penalty. Thank you. It isn't. Crossed in. Goalkeeper's got it. A bit of a dull game so far between these 2 rivals. Team is tired. And I don't blame them either. It's been a really long qualifying campaign. You know, a lot of drama and stuff like that. So El Salvador will be coming down a little bit. But the objective is to qualify. Don't lose sight of that, El Salvador. There is a referee. Really? Come on. He was just standing there body blocking me. You want to start Football Wars Part 2? You want to start that? What? Oh, thankfully that wasn't a penalty. It was actually offside. I thought for a second it could have been. Through ball. Albaran! Oh, come on. That was such a terrible shot. He is massively out of stamina. Like, he's on his last legs. So, yeah, I mean, a snooze fest, but a decent point. So it ends here 0-0. A really, really dull game between these 2 rivals. But at least, you know, we got a point. That's all that matters. Trinidad and Tobago actually beat Costa Rica, and Cuba beat Mexico 2-1. So I think we're through. I think we're actually legit through from those other results in the group. We have 17 points. Mexico have 14 points. Costa Rica have 13 points. Honduras are they have 9 points, but they're still 8 points behind us. So yeah, they can't physically get past me. So that means I will finish in the top 3. 2 more games to play. We are pretty much already qualified for the World Cup thanks to our efforts from the first 5 wins that we got at the start of this video. Amazing performance from El Salvador. We have Costa Rica here, and then afterwards we have Trinidad and Tobago again. I think they're just a bit tired, like I said earlier, and the fact that we've already wrapped up qualification just means that we can just chill. I may even just simulate the Trinidad and Tobago game at the end, because it's pointless. Half-time, again, a really another boring game. I actually might save you guys the trouble for the last game against Trinidad and Tobago and actually simulate it. It's cut out. It's just put away there. Into the box. Go on. Oh, what a save by Navas. It was a bit too high anyway, I think. Into the box. Outside of the box. Oh, just wide from Gutierrez. If we're feeling up for it. Aguirre. He scores! Yes! And it's 1-0 in the 74th minute. El Salvador have found their groove again. El Salvador have really come into this group and shaken things up. It helps that we haven't had a team like the United States in there as well to make it more complicated. But we won against Costa Rica 1-0, and that is 100% secured qualification into the World Cup. Alright, I was going to simulate this game, but I realised that it could damage my form of these players. So I'm not going to simulate it, I'm actually going to play it, but I'm going to chuck on a few reserves. I can't wait to find out our group for the World Cup. It's been a long qualifying process. And El Salvador 100% deserve it. Ever since dumping out the United States in the first round, we 100% deserved to go through. Through ball, a chance, and we scored. Nice one. It's Flores with the goal, the reserve or substitute, however you call him. That is 1-0 against Trinidad and Tobago. Really good through ball there. And he managed to just glide on through and smash it into the back of the net. Not even looking either. And that's going to be it. Qualification wrapped up and sealed. We have come first in this group. El Salvador then finishes top with 23 points. Mexico finished second with 17 points. Costa Rica finished with 16 points in third. So those are your automatic qualifiers. Honduras pinched that playoff spot against Cuba, well, away from Cuba, sorry. A really heartbreaking result for Cuba. They could have snuck their way into the World Cup via the playoffs. Argentina in Group B, so that group is already wrapped up. We still have more qualifiers here. Group G, we're in with Egypt. So El Salvador are in Group G alongside Egypt. Let's see who else we've got. Let's just draw these ones. Poland going to Group E. Bosnia going to Group H, okay. Ivory Coast into Group F, okay. Nigeria in Group A. Come on, give me some decent, small teams. Russia in Group G, okay. A bit of a nasty opponent to have, but we'll take it. Who else have we got? Group G, the Netherlands. Damn it, man. So that was part 4 of your World Cup qualification in 2014 with El Salvador. We made it through outstanding performances in the Concacaf region. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, then give it a like and subscribe. Keep it local as always. Thank you for watching this part, and I'll see you again for the next video.